Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. In this movie, we are going to review Anakin's turn to the dark side and his transition into becoming Darth Vader.
The third installment in the Star Wars prequels pulls all the stops. You see a culmination of the wars building up. You see Anakin's transition into Darth Vader. Finally, after 2.5 movies of anticipation, you finally see that happen. And it gets really exciting.
Absolutely. This is the finale of the prequels. This is the story up until the original trilogy, and Rogue One's in there to fully complete the transition. And so let's just get right into it. What worked in this film? So what worked for me? This movie is epic. Like Mike just said, this movie has all the stops pulled. This is a fantastic film. My favorite moments are some of the best in all of Star Wars. But for just what worked now, what worked would be the opening sequence. The Jedi starfighters, Obi-Wan and Anakin are traveling to save Palpatine from General Grievous's ship, and that is just a really, really fun sequence. And R2 messing around, taking down droids all by himself, doing crazy maneuvers. And Anakin is like, Obi-Wan, chill. R2 will come. He's going to save us. And the scene where they get caught in the ray shields and how did this happen to us? We're smarter than this. And Anakin's like, apparently not. That opening sequence is really cool. The Dooku fight. Anakin's skills have improved tenfold, maybe even more. And the first time he encountered Dooku in the second movie, he stood no chance. Dooku just absolutely dominated him and Obi-Wan.
Yep.
And in this film, maybe the anger was starting to come out as Dooku was saying to him during the fight. He absolutely handled him after Obi-Wan was injured. He got really angry. And, that's when the famous scene from Palpatine, do it. Do it. Fantastic. This film, there's so many what works, but the opening sequence, the goofy R2 moments, I absolutely love that. The visuals in this film, once again, you travel to Kashyyyk, the home of the Wookiees. It looks really cool. Got all the Coruscant scenes, the scenes on Mustafar, where the final battle takes place. The visuals are so good. Palpatine's manipulating even harder in this movie. He is very committed, this movie, to finalizing his plan. The Jedi just still don't understand what's at stake until it's far too late. And this movie just did a great job at getting the final plan of Palpatine, the transition of Vader, the Jedi's fall from grace. All of it was just so good. Yeah, Obi-Wan, he hates flying. And in this film, unfortunately, has to fly a broken starship down with Anakin. And then he says at the end, another happy landing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, man. So another thing about this film, you get more of that Mace Windu action against Palpatine at the end. You get another famous quote from Obi-Wan, hello there, when he encounters Grievous. Oh, man, it's so cool. The clones.
It is good.
Everything about this movie works for me. It's so good.
Everything, huh?
Almost everything, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. The visuals were really big on this one. A lot of CGI, and it seems like the CGI's improved a lot from the first two. The scenery was really big. You see a lot of different worlds. The starship battle in the beginning was huge. There's a lot of stuff going on. It all looked cool. What really worked for me was the whole story and the culmination of Anakin's kind of downfall in the Jedi to become, a Sith apprentice. It was a really good story, and it looked great delivering the story, and all of it worked for me too.
Yeah, there's a lot of this film that the whole time you're engaged. There's not a lot of dull moments like Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace had. This movie was, like you said, a culmination of all of these events, but it's also a culmination of all of the prequels. It's Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. The things they didn't do right, they did right in this film.
Absolutely, yeah.
You don't get bored with all the political drama. You don't get the really awkward dialogue of the first two. This one, they really hit it home.
You see a lot more of the behind the scenes with the Emperor Palpatine and Anakin. You see a lot of the kind of the back and forth dealings between Anakin.
You start to see the manipulation really working. Like when he tells Anakin, why I can't believe they haven't made you a Jedi Master yet. They don't trust you, Anakin. And then he tries to appoint him as his personal Jedi Master, and they're like, that's another famous meme scene where he's standing in front of the council, and Mace Windu's like, you're on this council. We do not grant you the rank of Master.
It's not fair.
What? How can one be on the council but not be a master? It's unfair. It's outrageous. Obi-Wan's just sitting there like, ugh, dude, you're embarrassing me. Yeah, no, that scene's fantastic. There's so much that works in this movie. Every time I watch this, I'm like, don't do it, Anakin. Like, you got this, bro. Just don't turn.
Don't give in.
You got this. You can do it. And then it's the same outcome every time. Of course, then we don't have the story of Star Wars, but...
True.
All right, so what didn't work in Revenge of the Sith? This is hard because there's not a lot of flaws with this movie. I would say there's some quirky stuff. Some of the CGI, we say this in all the old 2000s movies, the CGI is a little weak in some parts. Notably, when Palpatine and Yoda are fighting in the Coruscant Senate Hall with all the little ships that come out, and they're coming up the middle section in Palpatine's ship thing where he does his epic monologues from.
Yeah.
And they're fighting there, and it just looks like a bending black robe. It doesn't look like there's any movement actually happening. It's very strange looking. Another quirky thing I noticed was Palpatine's lightsaber gets blown out of the window when Mace Windu is fighting him, and then when he fights Yoda, he has it back. I was like,
he found it somehow. He found it in all that space traffic.
Yeah, exactly. That was a pretty high up building. I don't know, man. It was just a little quirky, but there's nothing really that drags this film down for me. The story is, if you love Star Wars, this is an absolute must. It's a top 3 film for me in the whole franchise, for sure.
There were a few things that didn't work for me. A couple of them were kind of minor. I hated the noise they chose for the lizard that Obi-Wan rode. Not a big deal. It was annoying, but not a big deal. And like you said, we kind of harp on the CGI. I will say that the CGI is improved in this one over the first two a lot.
A lot, yes.
They still choose to use a lot of CGI for the Yoda close-up scenes and stuff where they probably could have used a practical puppet, but it has improved and it's noticeable.
Absolutely. All right, so favorite moment, standout moment of this film. I think this one's obvious. I think everyone is going to agree that this is the standout moment of the film. Anakin versus Obi-Wan. It is the epic, another fantastic, beautiful, choreographed lightsaber fight in the prequels. Oh, man. Absolutely epic. I mean, it's nonstop action. It's super fast. It's two masters of their craft. Well, not Anakin, but he thinks he is. But yeah, Obi-Wan versus Anakin is fun. It's fast. It's thrilling. It's got all the stakes on the line of the dark side versus the light side. And Obi-Wan, the famous line, "It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground." He's like, "Don't underestimate my power." And Obi-Wan's like, "Don't try it." Yeah,
That setting for that fight was insane.
The Mustafar fight is so cool. There's so much going on. They're on these falling rafter things, right over the lava, swinging and jumping to different stuff. Oh, it's so cool. So my number one lightsaber fight in all of Star Wars is Duel of the Fates. I think Darth Maul was the most sick, just absolutely menacing Sith Lord that we see in the films, and he's so fast and acrobatic. It's so sick. But this one is tied or a close second to me because it's just so fast, so powerful, and two huge characters dueling it out. It's so cool. And then the tragic part, when Obi-Wan's telling him you were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you. And then he's like, I hate you. And he's all burning to a crisp. And I was like, God, it's tear jerking every time. Gosh. They're so invested in these characters. It was brutal to watch that happen to Anakin, but Obi-Wan said at the beginning of the fight, "I'll do what I must." And yeah, that was my standout moment.
That's a good one. That's a big one. It's definitely a standout for me also. You already hit all the points for that one. Another standout moment for me was when Anakin actually turned and decided to join the dark side after Mace Windu pretty much has Chancellor Palpatine what seemed like dead to rights. He had disarmed him. Palpatine was on the ground, cowering. I don't know if he was faking it. I think he was faking it. I don't think he was actually afraid. That was powerful for the story. The scenery wasn't amazing, and the fight itself.
Palpatine's office, yeah.
Yeah, it was Palpatine's office. The fight itself was short, not very spectacular, but that scene is really what sets in motion pretty much everything, right?
Yeah, the Star Wars we knew and
right
loved
there,
growing up.
That was
that comes
kind
from
of
that.
The birth. That whole scene and all those events in that scene were a big standout moment for me.
That's another great one. That's a very impactful fight. I know it's kind of slow moving and everything, going backwards. And, there's not a lot of room for them to fight. But yeah, it seemed like Mace did handle him pretty easily. I don't know if he actually was going to beat him or if Palpatine was just playing the trick, waiting for Anakin, knowing he would show up. I'm not really sure, but great
I think
scene.
he was waiting for Anakin. Personally, I don't think he was scared. I don't necessarily think he meant to be disarmed. That was just Master Windu being good. But I think Palpatine knew how it would play out once Anakin came in.
Yeah, you can see him on the ground like he's getting, fried up over there and getting all crazy looking. And he's looking over at Anakin and he's kind of like, are you going to help me, bro? No, I'm too weak. I'm too weak. And then he's like, unlimited power. So yeah, I mean, it seems like he was just fine.
Yeah.
All right, well, final score. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Break it out. This is a 5. I know I give a lot of 5s lately, but I can't help it. This movie is perfect. I love it. There's not anything I can really say to say it would deserve anything less. If you love Star Wars, this is one of the top films in the franchise.
So my score for Star Wars Revenge of the Sith is going to be a 4. It's near perfect for me. There's not very many things that didn't work. There are a lot of things that did work. The only reason I'm not giving it a 5 is because there are so many movies out there. A few of them are absolutely perfect for me, and this one just didn't quite reach that same level of perfection.
Fair enough. All right, well, that's been Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Let us know what you thought of this review in the comments. What do you think of this film? And give us a subscribe if you can. It would help us out a lot, and we would love to see you guys in the next one. So take care, and thanks for watching. Thank you for watching, everyone. We hope you enjoyed our review of this movie. Let us know in the comments, what did you think of the movie? Drop your score on our 1 to 5 scale and tell us if you agree or disagree with our take. Also, if you have a movie suggestion, go ahead and put it in the comments. We read every comment. We love getting the community's ideas. If you're new here, please subscribe. It helps us out a lot. Turn on the notifications, hit the bell, and don't miss our next No BS short review. Thanks again for hanging out with the S2S Film Bros, and we'll see you next time.